The benefits to being better connected to your body is a pretty long list. But if you're not used to connecting and listening to your body, how can you get better? In this video, which is part of our Reconnecting to Your Body playlist, I'm introducing our new body tracker notebook, the body tracker, my body tracker, Reconnecting one day at a time, and explaining how you can use it to reconnect to your body. If you watch to the end, I also want to include a very important note. That's something to be aware of when you're reconnecting to your body that you may need to tread a little bit carefully. So if you watch to the end, you will see that. Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm founder and principal therapist of Layton Sports Massage, a multi-award-winning sport and remedial massage therapy clinic in East London. In this channel, I share simple self-care tips and information about how your body works so that you can take better care of yourself and live as close to pain-free as possible. So, if you've watched any of the other videos in this playlist, hopefully you have a pretty good idea of why it's important to connect to your body and ways that you can do that. If you haven't watched it, I've included the link to the playlist in the description below. But in case you haven't, so you don't have to go back and watch the videos, just a quick recap. So in our society, we are completely socialized to ignore our body until it's virtually screaming at us, often in pain. We end up missing all sorts of warning signs. And we do actually get a lot of warning signs from our body, minus one exception, which is what I want to talk about at the end of the video. So please do watch to the end. So at the clinic, one of our top priorities is to help people foster that connection again so that their automatic response isn't just ignoring their bodies. So I created the Body Tracker Notebook for two reasons. Number one, it's incredibly helpful when you're going through a series of sessions with a healthcare practitioner to track your response day by day. It helps you get a sense of how your body's improving, maybe where it's not improving, giving you an idea of some of the aggravators or kind of things that you need to be aware of. But even if you're not undergoing a series of treatments from a massage therapist, osteopath, physio, etc., it's still a good practice to work on improving your connection with your body. The better connected you are to your body, the more that you will notice things when you start to get stiff, when you start to get sore. You'll start to realize what's unusual for you and notice things as they start to get a little bit achy or a little bit niggly before they get too bad. So there's kind of two ways that you can use the Body Tracker Notebook. The first way is as part of your sessions with us or another healthcare professional. Now, if you're seeing us at the clinic, your therapist can give you, like whether you're seeing at the clinic or video sessions, your therapist can give you 5 to 7 questions that you can ask yourself every day. I recommend doing it kind of in the evening, like maybe right before you go to bed, because you can reflect on everything. You can also do it in the morning if you feel like you'll remember the day before, but kind of making it a daily practice. So for example, if you're seeing your therapist because of neck and shoulder pain, and we know that your neck pain is worse at the end of the day, and when you have a stressful week, we might say, think about your day. Could you rate your stress level from 1 to 10? Could you rate your neck and shoulder pain from 1 to 10? And how was your neck and shoulder pain at the end of the day today? And probably a couple others, like we might say, do a neck rotation. Like, how easy does that feel? Do you have any pain? And do an arms out to the head, out to the side and over the head. And how does that feel? Do you have any restriction in pain? And by answering those questions every day, by writing them down in this notebook, then you don't have to remember between your sessions, like when you get to see us, whether it's 1 week, 2 week, or a month later, what it was, because you have it written down for easy reference. And when it comes to numbers, don't worry about like what everyone's 10 is or 1 is or 5 is. As long as you're consistent within your own scale, that gives you a good view, right? So as long as you're true to your own 5, you should probably be, more or less in the right space when we're tracking. Now, if you are not seeing a massage therapist and you order this book, which the link is below if you do want to order one, what you want to do is, like with everything, first identify your goal for tracking. You don't have to use it just for body stuff. Obviously for body stuff, it's a body tracker. You don't have to use it just for muscle stuff. You could use it because you notice sometimes you get indigestion, or you could use it because sometimes you have trouble sleeping and you want to try and figure out what's causing the difficulty sleeping. You might want to track your mood during the week or during the month to see if there are any patterns. You might want to track your energy throughout the day. So whatever your goal is, the first thing you want to do is say, okay, I want to track this. And then you decide 3 to 7 questions, like honestly 5 to 7 questions that you're going to ask yourself every day to track that. Now, if it's a body pain that you're tracking, like knee pain or shoulder pain, you want to think, when is it worse? So maybe you're a runner and it hurts when you run. So your daily question is, how did my knee pain feel when I ran today? How long did it take before I started to feel it? You may want to check your range of motion for whatever it is you're testing. So again, if it's knee pain, you may flex and straighten your knee. You may lift your knee and put it down. You may see how it feels going up and down stairs. If it's your lower back, you might do a very slow forward bend. You may do a twist and see how that feels. You also want to say, like, if you notice that there's a specific time of day that it's worse, like maybe it's worse in the morning and then it eases up. So one of your questions could be, what was my pain this morning when I woke up in my knee? And how long did it take? And what was my pain throughout the day? Did I have any time that there was no pain? So those are just some samples of some questions. Just a reminder, we do offer video sessions, and if you choose a video session and you would like to include developing questions that you can use as part of your body tracker, we can definitely do that. But the point is to think of things that are going to start to let you see the pattern of up and down of what you're trying to track. Now, if you have no problems and you just want to be better connected to your body, I think just doing range of movement is great. It's one of my favorite things. Like if you're working at a desk or working from home, I have a 5-minute movement series that you can do that takes you through range of movement. And you can just have a list of movements that you do every day and you see how it feels. So maybe you turn your head, make arm circles, twist your torso, lift your knees on each side, bend your knees and ankles, and just, does everything feel okay? Is there any crunching? Is there any pain? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? So just start to feel that connection to your body. So those are just a few ways that you can use to connect to your body. If you have a specific thing that you're interested in, you can leave a comment below. Now, before we wrap up, the thing that I wanted you to watch to the end. Now, there is an exception, and it's a really important exception when it comes to reconnecting to your body. If you've had an experience with trauma or abuse of any kind, a self-preservation response is to dissociate and to disconnect. So if you're trying to reconnect to your body and at any point it feels unsafe or you start to feel nervous or anxious, stop and don't go any further. If you have a history of something like that in your lifetime and you're at all worried, don't start reconnecting to your body unless you're working with a trauma-informed therapist, like psychologist, counselor, maybe even coach. I don't know. You have a look. That's kind of outside my area of expertise. But I do know that when we're working with people to reconnect with their body, we tread very carefully and we listen to the responses the body has. So if the body starts to feel like it's not comfortable going there, if you start to try to connect and it doesn't feel right, listen to that. Don't push through it, because there are often, if you are disconnected for one of those reasons, you may need support to be able to reconnect. But if it's just like a normal, I'm ignoring my body because life is busy and it's not a big deal, then you should be okay. But please do bear that in mind and listen to yourself if at any point it feels uncomfortable. If you'd like to learn more about listening to your body, please check out the other videos in this playlist. I've linked it below. I've also linked, if you want to get one of these for yourself or as a gift, the link where you can buy it. And thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, please like this video. If you know anyone who'd like to reconnect to their body, please share the playlist with them. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.